We was right.
Hello, hello, welcome back. We are the Criticorp. Today we are reviewing fucking nothing else. They have killed us. They have burnt us out. They have fucking broken us. So what did we decide to do? We're just gonna talk random bullshit
We're
on movies
throwing in
and
the
TV
towel. We
shows.
got to start from scratch.
We are gonna talk about things we're looking forward to. We are gonna talk about what has upset us the past week, even though we've already talked about it all day today.
Talk about highlights for our year so far. I'm going to tell you what mine is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Top Gun.
Funny enough, I actually just watched that Saturday Night Live that I sent you the skit of for the Nicole Kidman AMC thing. Miles
Yeah, I
Teller
gotta watch.
actually hosted it.
I gotta watch.
Gotta watch that.
It was funny. That video was hilarious.
Gotta give it a look. Gotta give it a look.
But yeah, this is basically just gonna be our rant on movies, TV shows, just not even a rant, just a discussion, different topics. We
We
don't know
want to
where
talk
it's gonna
rants,
go.
man. We can just talk about what we've been doing in the last couple episodes. The TV shows have been garbage lately.
Off the cuff, off the cuff. Let's go, let's go.
She-Hulk, fucking trash. All the way through. It had some slight funny points in the beginning that were like there, but the fuck was the whole point of the episode if you're just gonna explode the plot in the season finale and then not go anything else with it? Done. Rings of Power. You're gonna drag ass through the entire fucking season on all the shit that nobody gives a two flying fucks about. And then when finally things get interesting, you're just gonna go, did you see it? No, you should rewind. We're not going to show it again until 2 years. All right, where else do we go? What's next?
Oh, and also if you guys couldn't tell earlier, we kind of had to pull a Rings of Power season finale to where we had to rush the ending. We were kind of running out of time.
Yeah,
So
we had seconds left, so
we kind of just let it rip. You know, if they're gonna half-ass the season finale, we can do the same.
They can do it for this in Game of Thrones, and we can do it too.
I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit. Let's talk about this Hawkeye.
Oh, you want to go even further back, bro?
We are like a year past this shit.
The only
Let it die.
Good thing that came out of that show, only good thing, was that we knew that Matt Murdock was going to be in No Way Home because we saw
the whole Kingpin reveal
at that, like, what was it, the Wednesday before?
I kind of like Kate Bishop.
Bro, she was like, all right, but her story, it was like, I wish we got an actual Hawkeye story. It's the same thing they did with the Black Widow movie, in my opinion. Like, they gave me, like, the bullshit about them that I give zero fucks about. Like, if you're going to give me, like, a Black Widow movie or a Hawkeye show, then why don't we see, like, what happened and where were they? It was like...
Budapest.
Oh, yeah, Budapest.
Or Budapest. Like, I don't know if I said Budapest.
I would have loved to see in Budapest. Or, I don't know, their missions before. Like, him hunting down Natasha would have been sweet, too, and stuff.
They most definitely should have did what's her name? Black Widow better. They should have showed like how she became. I was irritated with that one. Natasha deserved better.
Yeah, that's a frustration station right there. But
they should have just made they should have showed Hawkeye when he was Ronin.
Man, Phase 4 pretty much trash.
So for me, who else is excited about this Echo series coming up that came from that?
Why is that even a series, bro? We put money towards that.
Nobody asked for
what are you doing?
Nobody asked for it. Out of
nobody wanted that.
Is it Echo series?
Yeah, they're doing an Echo series.
What the fuck?
don't get me wrong. I am all about like branching out and showing like different heroes and different abilities, like how like they use like deaf people and that and like sign language. I think that's great, but nobody asked for that, bro. Like you said, like there's so many other series or things they could have done better. Oh, something that I really want to rip on. It's just a heaping pile of hot garbage. The fucking Groot series. Disney Plus. I just wish like you stopped while you were ahead.
The Groot? Oh, Groot. Yeah, Groot was garbage.
They had those 3 to 5 minute shorts that didn't do shit.
It was garbage, and all I did was watch like a little bit into the first one. I was like, oh,
you know what? I'm not even gonna waste my breath on those just because I knew what they were gonna be. That didn't bother me. Real quick question, guys. How was Mr. Harrigan?
bro, like I throw on Morbius in a heartbeat. I throw on Morbius in a heartbeat.
I don't think I've seen Morbius like in so long to where I think I put that movie right next to it as
it's behind it for me.
Or like in Moonfall. That in Moonfall and Morbius are the worst movies of the year. Like Mr. like Harrigan's iPhone like had potential, I think, to kind of go somewhere, but then they just totally missed it. And the ending, it was just like, did it end? Like what happened?
The whole movie, I was like trying to figure out like where were they going with this. Like I was so mad. I wanted to do something productive with my life after watching that.
And
I was trying to say like being glued to your phone is bad, I guess. Like shit, being glued to that movie for an hour plus was bad for my health.
Dude, I'm gonna take your guys as Mr. Harrigan and raise you one whole piece of shit Monsters remake.
Bro, I heard that somebody said that it looked like they ended up going to a costume store and made that movie.
That was that porno without the shits and giggles.
I was gonna say it was basically a porno without the banging. Like the production quality, everything about this movie rubbed me the wrong way. It was just bad. It was easily the worst movie of the year. Like this is the same guy. Like Rob Zombie is a great musician, but his Halloween movies were trash. This was trash. Like who gave this guy the budget for this Monsters movie? I don't get it. This was a complete waste of time and effort. There's a fucking stupid ass real estate plot line in this that is just everything about this movie's trash. Like it was worse than Halloween Ends. It didn't make me as angry because I knew going into this one that this was not going to be good. Like I fully anticipate Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey easily clearing this.
I don't even want to watch that movie or nothing.
Oh, I'm so excited for that movie. Inject it into my veins.
I'm so excited for that movie to be over and hopefully trash, so that way you can be like, "Oh, what a disappointment!"
Oh, I know. About trash. If I get to see at least some cool kills by Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, I'm in. I'm fucking in. Oh, speaking of weird like remakes like that, I did rewatch that Violent Night trailer in the movie theaters. After watching it in the theater, I feel like I'm actually kind of excited for it.
I told you. I fucking told you, man.
Hey,
bro. I
can see.
It don't look too pleasing. It don't look too pleasing on TV, but in theaters, it probably does look phenomenal.
I was gonna say it's like John Wick if he were Santa Claus.
Hell no, you're getting too over yourself. Nah, that boy Wick.
Bro, did you
That
see
boy
some
Wick.
of the gadgets this guy was using? That shit was ridiculous. I'm so ready for that movie.
I'm ready for that John Wick. Now you talking about it, bro.
Oh, John Wick 4 is gonna be incredible.
The fact that this man survived the first one and then all the movies to this one is just astonishing in itself.
Because he's Keanu Reeves.
What does he have? No superpowers, just a fucking pencil.
That boy Donnie, boy.
He killed him with a fucking pencil.
And he pulled up. And he pulled up and said, "You owe me my dad." Get me out of this piece. They on my head. That boy Donnie.
What else?
So I'm just gonna pose this question. Black Panther versus Black Adam. Which one do you guys think will be better?
Which Black Panther though? Like who's playing Black Panther? Is it Shuri or is it
I'm talking movies, straight up.
The new one. You high? No, I think Black Adam is Marvel flopping. So I'm done with them.
The only thing that I will say, I feel like the funeral scene is gonna have everybody in tears.
They're gonna have to honor, like, if they fuck up honoring Chadwick Boseman, then like.
I mean, to be fair though, they also lost a friend compared to everybody else losing an actor. So I'm sure that they will pay respect to him throughout the movie.
I hope so. Like really, that's what I really hope they do right, and that's why I'm gonna say Black Panther will do better in the box office. A, because it's that Marvel movie.
Box office, yeah. Black Panther is gonna clear, no question. I don't
like for a better movie too. I think like it could just be Marvel because of the nostalgia factor that they'll probably build into it, and like the homage that they'll pay towards Chadwick.
If Marvel, if they flop on this,
it's over.
Everybody's gonna hate them.
Oh yeah, bro, it's over for Marvel if they fuck this one up.
If they
I don't know how you can recover.
They mess up Black Panther, it's over. It is
over. I'm really worried about Marvel right now. I don't think that they'll be done if this one's a flop. They'll need quite a few flops.
They'll keep putting stuff out, but they've had too many like
bring her home
mid movies, bro. Like to me, I'm gonna tell you over the years, like Black Widow, even though I watched it, it was just like mid. Eternals, same way. Like the fact that we're getting an Eternals 2, I'm not really like that stoked about.
I actually like the Eternals. I thought it was different in like a good way, not a She-Hulk way. But that's just my personal preference. I thought it was a solid sci-fi movie. It didn't really remind me too much of like a superhero movie necessarily, but I dug it more than most, but it still wasn't all that great. But it was shot beautifully. Like the special effects on that with all the celestials and everything. I thought that was awesome to see in IMAX. Only problem really was this guy Malk kept on getting up to answer his phone.
This guy shouldn't be allowed to have a cell phone.
Somebody needs to confiscate
in the theater.
Shit. Like
they
somebody
need to put your shit in a lockbox, and you can have it back at the end. Look, he ran away from the camera because he didn't want to be on for it.
He's ashamed.
Tough, man. It's tough.
What else?
You want to know, speaking of theaters, how we ended up going to the theater for Rings of Power? I really wish we could go to the theater for the season finale of House of the Dragon.
Same. I
That
really
would be
wish that they
really
would
cool
have
to
had
see.
the season finale of Rings of Power as well at the theater. I feel
That
like
would be so worth it.
I was gonna say seeing Mordor on that big screen would have been great. Um, I really want another Lord of the Rings movie, man. I want a movie.
Well,
The
we had
show
the
is.
Hobbit movies that came out, so like you have 6 of them. You don't like the Hobbit movies.
I like them. They were just stretched too thin,
Uh,
honestly. I didn't like the Battle of the Five Armies. I thought that was way too bloated of a fight and battle scene. There was no story going on there. But Desolation of Smog was easily my favorite of the three.
really? Not the first one?
Unexpected Adventure, no, Unexpected Journey, I believe it was.
Yeah.
It was all right. I enjoyed it. Like, but it was not on the same level as the Lord of the Rings, and it was a little bit under the level of Desolation of Smog. Like, Lord of the Rings is an unachievable goal. What they captured with those three movies, each one, it's so hard to pick a favorite just because they each have their own pros and cons. Well, pros. I can't say there's many cons that
I was
any,
gonna say, bro, like they didn't have like that much for special effects back then, and
and it looked beautiful.
it looks amazing.
It still holds up.
What?
Lord of the
The Lord
Rings,
of the Rings
like the special
movies.
effects.
Oh, compared to now from back then, yeah, they made do for sure.
It still
Mm,
holds up to this day. Like
yeah,
there,
most definitely.
there are some scenes where you can see the CGI, but overall, like they use a ton of practical stuff when creating that movie. I just think that we will never be able to reach that height. The closest thing I think we'll get really is the Dune series, which let's go. Let's talk about some Dune. I have been waiting.
Dunes, bro,
Fucking
that's going that's gonna probably fucking be number one, like it already is for you.
Dude, that movie is so rewatchable. It's not even funny.
I've
Like,
been
bro,
waiting to talk Dune this
like you want to
entire
talk,
time
you want to
since
talk
we.
about comparison from old to new. That old Dune, oh got shit on this new
Oh
one.
man.
Oh,
I've been
shit.
waiting this whole time to talk Dune since we started this podcast, and we haven't been able to fit it into any of our videos yet. So I had to jump at the first opportunity.
We'll have such a Dune podcast off before we end up going into the next one. Like we'll recap the whole Dune movie and go through like the highlights. Keep in mind Jordy's read like the first book. So he
I thought he read
puts
all.
no, he didn't read all of them, did he?
No, I haven't started the second one yet. I still.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because the first book is like gonna be the first 2 movies.
What was it? Yeah, it is.
Because Dune Part One was the first third slash half of the book.
Okay.
If I had to, because some storylines don't line up like exactly the same way as it does in the movie, where the halfway point is. But yeah, it won the most Oscars last year. I think that, and that was just based on it being set up. That entire movie was all set up.
Dude, all the
Oh yeah.
not the dreams, the visions that he had in it. Every single vision scene is beautiful. The battle vision scene is my favorite. Just seeing the helmet open up.
I love the part. I love the part with the sand people. That was my shit.
The Furman.
Mm-hmm. They was on tip with that boy. They said he gotta show us that he one of us. Yeah. Or your mama died, boy. They,
You
they
gotta
was on
really prove
10.
you're a fighter early.
They was on 10 with this boy. And for him to see all them visions and whatnot and know the outcome. They don't even know. Nah,
2 days ago was the year anniversary.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Damn.
Yeah, we're coming up on only a year out from Dune 2, which you know what that means. We're getting a
We got
trailer
pushed
soon,
up.
and we're gonna see some Dune footage, boys.
Yeah, didn't you say it
Bro,
got
we
pushed?
better end up getting a trailer by like the new year, I think.
I would say the new year or even until March, just because a year ahead now they're starting to shrink that window of when they release trailers, just because they don't want to blow a ton of money on the marketing budget. Because dropping a trailer a year out really is kind of useless.
Yeah, useless as hell.
I was
They
like,
ended up
you want to save
dropping.
that money.
They do
People
like
got
little
short
hints of it
attention.
though earlier on, or like they post like a. They do a poster, I think,
Mm.
at like a year, don't they?
People got too much of a short attention span nowadays, bro. They ain't gonna remember that shit. They do it
Man,
right around
hey,
the corner.
people like us that are tracking this shit.
They do it right around the corner from it.
I mean, until this last year blew by, I think this is going to be coming up super quick. We plan on going to the New York City cinema,
That's gonna be
see it on the
awesome.
largest IMAX screen. If any of you guys know a larger screen in the Northeast, let us know because we're trying to see it on the biggest one around us.
We are traveling.
We need to see this in the best format possible.
We will accept nothing but the best.
Yes. The only other movie that I think is going to kind of compete with it, and this is going to be a hot topic for debate because I know I'm
Avatar
biased.
2.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I was about to say, let's talk about these blue people, boy.
Let's talk about
Let's talk
it.
about. We're talking about other worlds.
I was going to say, we're not talking about the blue incest people. We're not talking Targaryen. We're talking Avatar.
Oh.
Let me crank out the baby for this one.
I was going to say, me and Eric went to go see the re-release that they did in 4K. Fuck
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god! But did he tell you, bro? We saw that.
I was about to say, how was it? How was the when y'all seen it? We're gonna see it again in theater.
The movie itself,
Fucking awful because my back hurts so bad.
they didn't have
after sitting
recliners.
in those
Where'd you go?
2003 IMAX. Nah, that's being generous. Those 1998 IMAX seats.
Where did y'all go?
The AMC Forum, you know how in the IMAX theater they don't have recliners, only in the Dolby.
It's the old school seats. Those narrow. They don't, bro. They don't
My
even
ass was
lean
killing.
back. They just sit
Yeah,
upright.
straight up. I like that anyway. I'll be fine.
Nah, not for 3 hours, bro.
It's a long, especially after Lost Lands. It was literally the day after Lost Lands, bro.
I'll be falling asleep.
That
I need
almost like killed the movie for me. I was fully laid out like across probably 4 or 5 chairs.
I was gonna say, me and you took up like damn near 10 chairs to ourselves.
Oh, easily. Like just trying to get comfy.
But the problem was it was also in 3D, so we had to tilt our head a certain way.
Man, that movie was just a struggle. Don't get me wrong, like it looked amazing on screen
dude.
still.
The movie
But
itself.
fuck, I wouldn't do that again. I would pay for the Dolby, and I think the Dolby screen at that point, the Dolby theater is way better.
Dude, as soon as those tickets go on sale, that shit's gonna be fucking insane. I don't think people realize just how big this Avatar movie's gonna be. Like, I hate to say it, Eric. Top Gun's the top dog right now, but I am almost certain that Avatar is gonna take the crown for the year.
It's either gonna take the crown or it's gonna flop.
I think that Top Gun will
There
come
it is.
in.
I'm with Toke.
I think Top Gun is gonna come in third.
It's neither no in between.
Let's come in second.
Wakanda
Everything?
Forever.
Huh?
Wakanda Forever. The first Black Panther put up unreal numbers. If this movie is nearly as good, especially following the whole Chadwick Boseman thing, and there's really, other than Black Adam, which comes out a month before, so there's really nothing else opening up against it. It's gonna fucking dominate the theater for a few weeks, up until Avatar takes the throne again.
I see what you're saying.
So yeah, I think those two are going to be the biggest movies of the year, and I don't think it's going to be. I think Top Gun will be very close to Black Panther if I had to take a guess. But what are your guys' guesses in terms of box office top three for the end of the year?
Avatar, like Toke said, is highly based on a flop thing. Like movies this year have been good, but there have also been movies where I'm like, I expected a lot more.
But dude, James Cameron,
I don't want to give all my eggs in one basket, though. I think Wakanda Forever might have a better chance.
Dude, don't doubt James fucking Cameron. You will lose every time. Let me go through this man's filmography just to set you straight real quick, because
filmography.
Batman.
This man has directed. Let's see.
Robert Pattinson did his thing. I forgot home right now. You know?
Oh, we're talking straight box office. So we're talking best, everything, everywhere, all at once. Come on now. But here's what James Cameron has done: The Terminator, Aliens, Terminator 2, True Lies, Titanic, Ghost of the Abyss, Aliens of the Deep, Avatar. Gonna be doing this Avatar. Fucking. But dude, like, these are basically some of the only movies he's done aside from documentaries, and they've all been huge hits. Like Titanic was the #1 box office movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he knocked himself off that pedestal with Avatar. I mean, I don't think people realize just how big this is going to be, because even the re-release did at least.
I think it'll be big. I just still think it's possible for like an overused sequel, bro.
Dude, this man's been working on Avatar 2 through fucking 20 for the past, what? Let's see. The first Avatar dropped in 2009. So he's been working on this for 13 years. I don't think.
Good for him.
I don't think there's any bone in my body that truly believes that this movie is going to be a flop. I think this movie is going to be a fucking powerhouse that will be #1 in the box office, almost like a Top Gun thing where it will hold that top spot, or at least top 5 through like January, maybe part of February.
I was gonna say it'll probably hold through like mid-March next year unless anything crazy comes out.
Because January is a dead zone. Dude, like and from what I've seen from the one trailer and everything, like, I think that Avatar: The Way of Water is just gonna fucking capture everybody's imagination again. We're going back to Pandora. I'm psyched.
You know, all the shit all the camera footage that he did underwater for this movie is going to be nuts to see.
Yeah, bro. It's either that or Little Mermaid is on be fire too underwater. I'm just talking about underwater movies now.
Man, I don't know how Little Mermaid's gonna be able to compete with this Avatar movie underwater.
Don't forget about our boy Aquaman.
It's gonna be clean.
It's not even close to any of these.
It's gonna be clean, bro.
I can't believe we've actually held this conversation together throughout this entire time pretty well.
Dude, we've all been doing pretty good.
I was gonna say we're coming on
topic.
The question
left.
the
How
real,
much?
We
the
have a
real.
minute and 10 left.
Well, damn, let's wrap her up then. It's almost about to be 2 a.m. over here.
I was
That's
about to
true.
get into this. I was about to get into the Spider-Mans. Damn.
Well, we
Oh,
can save that for the next episode.
Toke wants to talk about Spider-Man next. We're gonna talk about Spider-Man next. Do him right.
So
Yeah,
we're
we got.
gonna try and do this more often, where we just have off the top type thing. But go ahead and like and subscribe and comment down below what you might want us to talk about in the next one. This is just a like town hall type thing, like whatever goes. But this has been the Critic Court, and have a good night.
Court.